More than 3 weeks after Nolan Wells' disappearance and death, a newly released version of the distress call has reignited questions surrounding the case. While investigators have had access to this recording for weeks, the public is only now hearing the unedited audio, and many believe it changes how that day should be viewed. The original clip that circulated online only included part of the conversation between the boat's driver and the tow service operator, but the newly released recording begins several seconds earlier, capturing voices in the background before the operator even answers the call. Some listeners believe they can hear someone say, "Nolan," followed by what sounds like, "Oh my God."
CTO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? CTO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
Moments later, another voice appears to shout, "Wake up, wake up." Because those voices are in the background and are difficult to make out, different people have interpreted them differently. Still, the recording has become a major focus of public discussion.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question.
During the call, the driver explains that the boat is taking on water and asks for emergency towing assistance. He also confirms that everyone on board is under the age of 21, raising additional questions because investigators have already confirmed alcohol was present that day. Another moment that caught attention comes near the end of the call. Before the tow crew is dispatched, the operator receives another phone call from the boat owner's grandfather, saying assistance is no longer needed.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat, and
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that Jerry. Yeah, he said.
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So.
Oh,
I'm
right.
guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
That sudden cancellation has led many online to wonder what changed in such a short amount of time, although investigators have not publicly explained that decision. Supporters of the Wells family believe the recording raises new questions about the timeline and what happened aboard the boat before Nolan disappeared.
So it sounds like before the woman starts talking, the operator, everyone in the background is saying, "Is he dead? Nolan, wake the up." And so they are concerned about Nolan. They're saying, literally, is he dead? None of the kids on this boat have ever admitted that anybody said that they thought Nolan was dead on the boat. This is the first time that we are hearing this. I've listened to it. I've listened to it over and over, and I've listened to the audio where it's only the sound of the boy calling in and not the operator's voice. So it takes a little bit of the distraction out, and you can just hear the voices, the one friend saying, "Is he dead?" And we are hearing somebody very worried. They're saying, "Is he dead?" Somebody, you think you might have heard them say Nolan right before that. Somebody then says, "Oh my God." So the thing is, there have been a lot of false videos. People have said there was a video where Nolan was screaming, saying, "Give me my phone back." His friend says, "No, that's me in the video." There have been tons of AI generated videos and images and things, but this is the official audio from the organization.
Others argue that background audio alone cannot prove what occurred and should not be treated as conclusive evidence.
I want to make sure that I really am specific about the words I use because I don't want things taken out of context. Me personally, as president of the United Cajun Navy, made a call to Mr. Crump and offering him our services for dogs, cadaver dogs, and specific scent dogs. I never heard back from him. Our incident commander, Josh Gill, did speak to Liza Parks, I think he's one of his lead attorneys or whatever, and offered the services as well. The rumors about us talking to Mr. Crump, personally, I want to set the record straight. Nobody, myself, nor anyone from United Cajun Navy spoke personally to Mr. Crump. We did reach out and make an offer, but we did not hear back from him.
And it's not his job or anybody else's to do what the police need to be investigating. After hearing that audio and knowing all the facts, they should be investigating this like it's a homicide and stop with the he say, she say from all of those kids on the boat who are presumed innocent at this moment, but I'm seeing and hearing guilt. Just off the fact that they even had his phone, that part. Why did you even have his telephone? I will never get over that because even as an adult, my phone is my life. If I'm staying back doing anything, I'm staying with my phone. So they need to be investigating all of those kids, interviewing them piece by piece, one at a time. And I promise you, somebody's going to break and tell the truth here.
Meanwhile, officials say the investigation remains active. The Mississippi District Attorney recently confirmed that local, state, and federal agencies are continuing to review evidence before presenting the case to a grand jury.
I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. I also understand that many people have questions about why more information has not been released publicly. In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation. Our restraint in communicating facts and evidence is not an effort to keep the truth from the public. It is an effort to protect the integrity of this investigation and the grand jury proceeding. As your district attorney, I have an ethical obligation to avoid public statements that could influence witnesses, prejudice a proceeding, or compromise the fairness of the legal process. My obligation extends to and requires me to use reasonable care to ensure investigating agencies avoid making those statements and releasing information as well. These rules exist to protect the search for the truth, not to prevent it. When the public asks, what about this, or have they looked at that, or did they think about this? The answer is yes. Those are the same questions investigators ask. The difference is that we can't publicly discuss the evidence, the interviews, or what those efforts have uncovered while the investigation is underway.
According to prosecutors, every interview, every piece of physical evidence, and every lead must be carefully examined before any final decisions are made. For Nolan's family, however, the wait continues. They have repeatedly asked anyone with information to come forward, hoping someone will finally provide the answers they have been searching for since the beginning. Whether this newly released recording ultimately changes the direction of the investigation remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. It has once again placed the Nolan Wells case at the center of public attention and renewed calls for a complete, transparent investigation into what really happened that day.